We are going to take a start with grammar today. As I mentioned, we'll have some handouts and grammar activity. Before we go, मुझे याद रहता है. Okay, I don't forget. अगर भूल भी जाऊँ, मिस सना मैसेज कर देती हैं ग्रुप में कि आज की एक्टिविटी ये है. So we are going to go through this grammar. But before we go on, I would like to tell you two things. One is about English grammar, and second is about teaching a little bit, right? How to teach and how to instruct and all that. Let's talk about grammar. By the way, as far as English grammar is concerned, English grammar can be as simple as ABC, and it can be as complex as rocket science. Okay, it depends. It depends how you touch English grammar. Let me tell you, in order to speak good English, knowledge of English grammar does not ensure good spoken English, to be very honest. Many people will disagree with me. Like, it doesn't mean that you have good knowledge of grammar, you'll be a good speaker of English. Speaking and grammar, they are two different things. By the way, you guys speak Urdu, some of you speak Punjabi, some of you speak Saraiki, Sindhi, Balochi, right? Pashto, Sheena, who speaks Sheena? Is not here? All right. So you speak these languages and you don't know the grammar. You don't know the grammar, but you speak correct language. Why? Because the rules of grammar through sentences are always there at the back of your mind when you speak a language. Now, when I speak Urdu, I know if it is past tense, मैं कहूँगा मैं कल वहाँ गया था. Now, गया था is past simple, right? But I don't know गया था is past simple. I only know whenever I have to talk about past, I would say गया था. Future, जाऊँगा. Now, I don't know this is future indefinite or future simple, but actually these rules are there at the back of my mind. Now, two ways of learning a language. One is direct method. Second is grammar translation method. What is direct method? Direct method is you learn the language. Like from direct method, I learned a little Pashto. The other day I went to one of my friends who is Pashto speaking, and he took me to his place and the key was missing. He called his friend. He said, "Oh Laka, chabi raka." I said, "Oh Laka, hey man, hey boy, chabi raka, bring the key." Then once I was traveling from Peshawar to Lahore, and there was that bus. So one person in Pashto said this to the bus hostess, who was also Pathan. She said, "Yo gilas oba ravda. Yo gilas oba ravda." And then I thought, yo gilas, one glass, oba, water, ravda, bring. Okay, so this is how you learn the language. When you learn the language like this is what we call direct method. You don't need grammar, you don't need any other thing. You learn sentences. These sentences are called natural English or natural language phrases. Once you learn those, then you are fine without any problem. But as far as English is concerned, we've been learning English for ages, I would say, right? We've been learning English since our childhood, since our schooling, and even then, you know, we are left with two complexes. British people left us with two complexes. One complex is English, and the second complex is Gora Rang. Yeah. Say, mera rang gora kyun nahi hai? Something like that, right? So these are two complexes British people left us with, and we are still going on with that. That is why Faiza Kareem is very popular. Okay, now they have Jamila Kareem, Shakila Kareem as well. But actually, these are two complexes. So English should not be a complex anymore. English should be a language to learn. It should be practiced. I ran away from my school because of English. Will you believe that? I ran away from my school just because of English. And then my mother changed my school just because of English, right? And the same guy is standing here. अगर मैं अपने past पे नज़र दौड़ाऊँ तो मुझे शर्म आनी चाहिए. Okay? How am I teaching English to you guys, right? So the thing is, it's just when you decide to do something, when you are committed, that okay, I'm going to make all the difference. English will not be my weakness anymore. English is going to be my strength, and then there you are the same person. I remember I spent one solid year in British Council. One full year, British Council ELT department, English language teaching. I used to spend, in the morning, library का gate बंद होता था, I used to stand there. 9 o'clock was the time they used to open, and I was the first one to enter the library till 4 p.m. That was their last time. So I spent a year there, and after that, the same language became my power. Right? So, I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. Even you can do it better. मेरे दौर में ऑडियो के सेट्स होती थी, पता है ना वो रील वाली ऑडियो, आपको तो पता भी शायद, किसको पता है ऑडियो के सेट्स का पता? अच्छा, बड़े पुराने आप लोग भी, ओके, दैट्स फाइन, ठीक हो गया. सो बट नाउ वी गॉट ऑल द फैसिलिटीज. मैंने ऑडियो सुन के इंग्लिश सीखी, अखबार पढ़ के इंग्लिश सीखी, बट नाउ यू हैव यूट्यूब और यू कैन डू अ लॉट एंड ऑल दैट. सो एनीवेज, कमिंग बैक टू द टॉपिक, ग्रामर. It is said grammar is the science of language. Grammar is the science of language. Language belongs to liberal arts. It's actually art subject. But grammar is the science of language, right? Now, how to touch grammar, how much grammar is important, what to learn, what not to learn. Remember, you should learn practical English grammar. Practical English grammar. Now, practical English grammar does not mean you go into the detail, you buy thick books of English grammar. You're not going to become a grammarian in future, the person who writes or studies a lot about grammar. Your purpose is to speak good English, so that is why just touch that part of the language which is important. So for that, number one, tenses. Now, I remember when I was small, my teachers taught me tenses even through translation method. Right? They said present continuous tense, I am eating, मैं खा रहा हूँ. You are eating, तू खा रहा है. We are eating, हम खा रहे हैं. And I said, कितने भूखे हैं सारे, खाई जा रहे हैं, right? So this is how you actually start. And when you are learning, वो खा रहा है, he is eating. When you're learning like that, then your English is not English. Your English is actually translated version of Urdu language. The other day I went on a tour, and I came back to my English language class, and one of my students asked me this question, sir, where did you go? Where? Kahan gaye? Right? That's why I say, please walk slowly. In English, we don't say slowly twice. Please walk slowly. And my heart is garden with happiness, something like that. So this English is very funny. This is not natural English. This is not the English which is spoken by people. Right? So avoid translation, learn English directly, and how it is possible? Just through listening. Listen to as much English as possible. The way you listen, one day you're going to speak. I mean, you know the water tank, पानी की टैंकी, मोटर चलाते हैं, पानी जाना शुरू हो जाता है, कुछ देर के बाद पानी बाहर निकलना शुरू हो जाता है, फिर आप कहते हो टैंकी पर गई जे, something like that, okay? So in the same way, if you feed yourself with English, standard English, right, then you're going to be fine, right? I mean, the teachers who teach the students like, I want to talk to you, and the students also say, okay sir, talk. Yeah, and if you say good morning everybody, good, so they will also say good, right? That is why I recommend you all, don't listen to local speakers of English. Don't idealize any local speaker of English. If you wish to improve British English, listen to British English speakers, American English speakers, and then you'll be fine with that, okay? Local speakers will teach you up to the local level, but you should go for international community, inshallah, right? Yeah, so your products, your services, your jobs, your things should benefit the people of the world. So for that, it's all important. Okay, now this is all about grammar. So what to learn? Learn tenses. How to learn? For example, present simple tense. Now, we use present simple tense whenever we want to talk about routines. After that, you can talk about your routine. I get up early in the morning. It's a routine. I brush my teeth every Sunday. It's a part of routine. I take shower once a month. Okay, it's a part of your routine, right? I offer my prayer in the mosque on Fridays, or I offer Friday prayers in the mosque. I help my parents. Now, these things are the part of your routine. So if you know, whenever you have to talk about your routine, your habit, or repeated action, for that you have to use present simple, first form of the verb, then you will learn and apply it. But otherwise, that ta hai, ti hai, te hai, and all that, so then you'll be far away from the real language. Okay? So learn where to apply. So the first thing is tenses. And you know, we've got 12 tenses in English, but most common tenses are just 5, 6. Number 1, present indefinite or present simple, past simple, future simple. These 3 tenses are most important. After that, we've got present perfect, then we've got present perfect continuous, right? Then we've got present continuous. So almost 7 to 8 tenses are important. Learn them and learn the application of these tenses. Not just I know translation. वो खाना खाता है, वो पानी पीता है. Not like that. You should know where to use and then practice. And afterwards, through listening, your language is going to be fine. Is that all clear? Good. First bhashan. Then after that, you are going to produce it. And then after an hour, we will have ration. You know ration, that tea and biscuit? Yeah, biscuit or biscuit? Biscuit, yeah. Like the other day, people actually, what we do, we love English this much, we make our own vocabulary in English. Once I was somewhere as a guest and the lady came and she saw the biscuits were there. Nobody ate any biscuit and she said, oh, hi, biscuitan te tusi khadiyan hi nahi. Biscuitan and khadiyan, right? That's fine. You mean biscuits, right? So we actually come up with our own version of the things. Okay, now let's come to the second part, teaching. Teaching is a noble profession, right? Actually, you have to teach powerfully. We call it powerful teaching, energetic teaching. One teaching is like, you know, lazy teaching. Lazy teacher, lazy students. Students are comfortable with the teacher. Teacher is comfortable and teacher is teaching himself, okay? Now let's go on to the next thing, and students are sleeping. Teacher doesn't care because his job is to deliver the lecture. That's not powerful teaching. Powerful teaching is when you actually involve the students, when you energize the students, when you take care of the students. Even the last person sitting there couldn't sleep well last night, and you know, like that person is feeling sleepy. Even if anybody yawns in your class, you react to that. Otherwise, you know, people are yawning and you are just there. Once I was there in UCP, University of Central Punjab, professor, and there I had this morning class, 8 a.m., winter. And there many students, they were yawning at my face. Like I was teaching like that. First I thought it's okay. But you know, teachers get positive energy from the students as well as negative energy. So I started getting that negative energy from those students. Then I came up with this idea. I said, okay, I will fine you each yawn 50 rupees. All right. When I said, okay, I made one monitor of the class, you will write the name, and then we will fine them 50 rupees, and then money will go to a party, we'll celebrate. Initially, students didn't care, right? And then we wrote the names. Okay, he yawned, write his name, 50 rupees fine. He yawned, write his name, and we collected around 2,000-3,000 rupees. Yeah, from the class. And then we had that nice party as well. So afterwards, students were so, and one person, 2 yawns, 3 yawns, 150 rupees, 200 rupees per day fine. And we collected good deal of money. And then I saw one student, he opened his mouth to yawn. I looked at him, he kept his mouth shut. Okay, so this was actually the pressure. And yeah, and even at that time, I learned how to yawn without opening your mouth. I learned it like, like this. I learned it there because I said I would pay double fine. If I yawn, I'll pay 100 rupees. You pay 50 rupees, okay? So teacher should be sensitive to everything of the students. He should know, like if someone is looking at the time and again, looking back at the clock, maybe he wants to go or anything like that. So you should be sensitive and immediately react. Now, after that, whenever you are going to deliver any lesson, if you are sharing a handout and everyone has got that same handout, then most definitely you can just consult with your handout and ask them to see the handout. On the other hand, if you're going to use the board, you want to write something, you say, all right, guys, today we are going to learn about present. Now, let's see what is present. I'm standing here, I'm talking to you. Let's see what is present. Present is now, this time. As you guys are listening to me and I'm listening to you, this is what we call present. And then you go on and explain, right? Don't write anything like this, that, okay, today I'm going to teach you, pata chale billi bana rahe hain, kya kar rahe hain? Not like that. You should, stand like this, and remember, whenever you talk to people. You don't talk to the walls, you don't talk to the fan, you don't talk to the floor, you don't talk to yourself. Not like this. You're talking to the audience. You're talking to the students. 100% eye contact with the students. Like if I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at him. If I'm not looking at him, I'm looking at her. Now I'm looking at her. And if you maintain good eye contact with your students, they will actually respond you. Now, if I'm looking at you, she's waiting for my eye contact. There she's waiting for my eye contact. She knows I'm going to look at her. He knows I'm going to look at him. So maintain eye contact and involve all the students through eye contact, right? So we'll give you 1.5 minutes. Again, we've got one prize for girls, one prize for boys. This time Pakistani rupees, yeah? So last time dollar. So you'll be getting that and deliver good sessions, right? Now, before we continue, if anybody's got any question about English grammar, how to learn grammar or anything like that, please you can ask me.
What are the most authentic ways to improve our accent?
Very good. Most authentic way to improve our accent. Now, first of all, we need to understand what is accent. Accent is not pronunciation. Accent is a certain way you speak the language. And that certain way is peculiar to a country, city, or region. For example, America. We call it American accent. Do you think in America, all over United States of America, do they speak English in same way? No. In New York, they speak English in a different way. Then in California, they speak English in a different way. Even they have got North American accent, which is standard English accent. So as far as accent is concerned, first you need to decide which accent do I want to learn. Do I want to learn British English, American, Australian, Canadian? First decide that. And once you decide, then you need to stick to that. For example, you say, I want to learn, which accent do you want to improve? American accent. Fantastic. For American accent, it's a very good idea that you watch American movies, HBO. Watch movies with subtitle, right? And whatever they speak, however they speak, there are two things. Whenever you want to improve your accent or pronunciation, you have to actually observe. Now I'm telling you something important. You have to observe lips, teeth, jaws, and facial muscles. Right? Lips, teeth, jaws, and facial muscles. Now if I pronounce a word, suggestion. Suggestion. Now look at my lips, teeth, jaw, and even tongue, sorry. Right? Tongue as well. If I say nothing, nothing, TH sound, nothing. Right? So you should, when you're watching any movie, any program, any American English thing, just observe these 5 things closely. And accent is only improved through imitation. Imitation. What is imitation? To copy someone. Imitation is to copy someone. All right. Now please, all of you, imitate me. Imitate me. Meow. Wow. Meow. 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 See that? All right. This is what we call imitation. So when you watch any American movie, I want to drink a glass of water. Water. They speak in nose as well. So just copy them, imitate them. Look at their lips, teeth, tongue, jaw, facial muscles. And after some time, first you will just observe. Then you will absorb. And after that, you will produce that very language. Right?
There is another problem that I have identified in my surrounding. Sometimes we just do wrong pronunciation. What's the right way to correct our pronunciation?
Okay, that's a good question. At times you mispronounce the words and you don't know how to improve your pronunciation. Sometimes even you are not aware of that. Many words are being pronounced in our country, being mispronounced actually, English words especially. Like one of these words is suggestion, then pleasure, leisure, measure, and all that. So these words are often mispronounced. What's the best way? The best way is listening or watching some movies with transcript or with, what do you call that, subtitle. And the way they pronounce the word, you should see closely, watch closely, and then you will find the words which you already know, how to pronounce them in different ways. It's going to take some time and effort, right? For example, you watch a movie and there they say the word, it's a great pleasure for me. Say pleasure. All right. I used to say player. Now it is pleasure. So there, correct yourself. Self-correction is really important. And how will you get aware of that? So for that, you got to just watch those programs or, just listen to English. English language is spoken with 3,000 to 5,000 words, which are commonly repeatedly used in English. We'll talk about it in the next session when we have the vocabulary session. So we'll just discuss that as well. But for now, for pronunciation, feed yourself good English, listen to good English. All the words you mispronounce, they will appear when you listen to English, and then you can actually correct yourself. Right? Yes. Thank you.
If a teacher is teaching a class in university, so the class students are not aware of such much English, they are not high qualified. So what should teacher do? He should use a simple English for them, or should use a hi-fi English that the students can't even understand them?
Okay.
To communicate, to give the lecture.
Okay, that's good. Good question. Listen, if a teacher is teaching the class, the first thing is, this is the basic principle of teaching. You have to come down to the level of students. Number one, come down to the level of students. And the second thing is, bring up the level of students, take them to your level. First you go to their level, then you bring them to your level. So if a teacher is teaching the class, now at times when I teach in English, people don't understand I speak Urdu. Because the purpose is to communicate.
Yes.
Right? So if you fail to communicate just because of the language barrier, then you're not an effective communicator or presenter. So to me, it's not good that you're using hi-fi English. Hi-fi English is not actually everyday English. Right? If you want to impress someone with your English, you say, well, look at me. He will not understand my English. And you speak like, I once attended a session of a person who was masters in literature and some other degrees, and he was speaking Shakespearean English. Many words from there, and people were looking at his face. And he said, see, my English is so high, even you don't understand. So this is not the quality. I mean, then you lose the communication thing. So if the teacher is teaching, it's actually beyond the level of the students, teacher should come down to their level, right? And even changing a language is appropriate. If students don't understand English, you can speak Urdu, right? And then take them to the level. Then there is one more thing I would like to tell you. We call it TPR. TPR is actually total physical response. Total physical response. Now this total physical response is your body language. So through your body language, sometimes you make the students understand what you want to say. Initially, when you're teaching a language or anything like that, for example, if he doesn't understand English, for example, yeah, he understands English, right? If he doesn't understand English, I will say, will you please go outside, go down and bring me a glass of water for me, one glass of water from down there. Now, first, he will not focus my language. I'll just look at this, pani mang raha hai. Something like that, okay? He will go down and get me a glass of water. Second time when I say again, will you please go downstairs and bring me a glass of water? Now, second time he will focus my language. Maybe he's going to pick up glass of water or anything like that. By the way, TPR is the way you learn to speak your native language. TPR, right? Still remember, you were with your father or mother and they saw a sparrow and then they said, look, chidiya. And you looked at that, chidiya, this small thing is chidiya. Then they said, look, mano billi. Now you started calling that mano billi, whatever, right? So TPR is the best way to learn a language. That teacher can use TPR. Right? I want you to come over here and for 1 minute, you have to speak on this topic, body language. So body language say, okay, I understand that. Whatever. So TPR is the best way. And by the way, you can learn. That's why some people who watch the movies, English movies, they don't know English initially. Through TPR, they understand. They start to understand. Then they pick up words. First you pick up the words, by the way. Then you pick up small phrases. And then you pick up sentences. And then you produce the sentences. And there you are. Very fluent in the language, right? So for teaching, be active. Be attentive, enjoy yourself. If you say today I'm going to teach you present simple tense, I'm sorry I couldn't sleep last night, okay, yeah. So let's take a start. We use first form of the verb and let's make some sentences, class kab khatam, something like that, yeah. Sometimes teachers are in a hurry to finish the class more than the students, right? They just want to say, and some teachers plan their class 10 minute ki unko reading de ke bitha denge. 20 मिनट का ये काम कर लेंगे, इतनी देर में ये हो जाएगा, and all that, that's not actually proper. Being a teacher, you should be active and alert in the class. Let me tell you, I don't want you to become teachers, but you will have to be a presenter or teacher somewhere, somehow. Right? Even the boys, you have to be good at communication even after your marriage. How will you justify yourselves if you are coming back home late? Oh, pata hai kya hua? Mujhe der ho gayi thi, ye ho gaya tha. Come up with a strong reason, and then nobody will ask you any question. Right? Once what happened, I missed my Friday prayer. Right? My father and mother, they're quite strict. So I missed my Friday prayer, and I opted not to tell a lie with my parents. I thought I should not tell a lie with them. What I did, I just wore prayer cap. You know, नमाज वाली टोपी. नमाज वाली टोपी पहन के बस घर में घूमना फिरना शुरू कर दिए. जोर की नमाज पढ़ ली थी. So right, नमाज वाली टोपी पहन के I was moving around. My father, mother saw me and said, okay, जुमा पढ़ रहे हैं? अच्छा, yeah, that's right. So they understood from the prayer cap that I have offered the prayer, but I had not offered the prayer. So sometimes you can avoid that, right? So communication is required in every field of life. It's not that if you're going to teach, then you need that. No, you need it anywhere and anytime. Now, let's see. As I said, 1 minute, yeah? 90 seconds. Okay, let's make it 90 seconds. So, you have the handouts? I can see them. Now, listen. 2 people are going to help. One from the boys, one from the girls to distribute the handouts. And then you're going to be over here. Most of your teaching should be done here, because we've got the devices here to record your voice. So just try to do most of your teaching over here so that we could record your voice as well. There is the voice recorder here. Don't touch it. Okay? Yeah, it's just here. You're not supposed to touch it. So you can just stand over here on 2 legs, and then you can start today. What are you going to teach? Past continuous tense. Past continuous. Well, guys, today I'm going to teach you past continuous tense. You know, sometimes in the past you were doing something. For example, now it is 12 o'clock. At 5 a.m., what were you doing? 4 a.m., what were you doing? Sleeping. So 4 a.m. is the point of time when something was going on. So in order to express that tense in English, you would say, at 4 o'clock, I was sleeping. Right? When you called me, I was studying. This is past, something like that. Okay, quick, active. Don't involve the audience. In 1 minute, don't say, hello, how are you all? Fine, how are you? How are you? How are you? 1 minute will be gone like that. Focus your teaching, right? Focus your teaching, and in 90 seconds, you're going to be done with that, right? Yeah, first your name, right? Otherwise, you will not be the part of the competition. Phir lucky draw nahi niklega. Name, that's it. Your full name, actually, right? All right, let's take a start. This thing is going to be here. Good. Is there anyone who could not prepare well? ताकि मैं उसको end पे बुलाऊं. You? Come on. Yeah. Come on. We start with you. और कोई है जिसने preparation नहीं की? आपने भी नहीं की? अभी इनके बाद आप आएंगे.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafiza Maida Kamar, and I'm going to teach you the modal verb might in negative sentences. I'm starting with a simple definition of might in negative sentence. Is suggest something that suggests you don't know if something happens in the past or in the future. This modal verb is when you tell something that you are not sure about it, like Sarah might not get it. It is possible that she didn't get it. Perhaps she did, perhaps she didn't. Like Sarah will get your point, or
very good, keep it up.
Sarah will get it, or like she didn't get your point. Then when we are talking about the identical situation, when someone says I might not be coming, what approximate probability level of talking about is not coming, that she is not coming. In negative sentences, the percentage of hope in the sentences are low.
Okay, now just the conclusion is we use might In positive, negative senses, when there is less chance, if you say she might win this game, means chances are few, right? He might get first prize, something like that, okay? So overall this is good, and don't be negative, be positive. I mean, nobody knows whether you are prepared or not. They only know the way you are going to perform it. So next time, never say I'm not prepared. Say I am prepared. Okay? Thank you very much. MashaAllah. Good job. Now one from here.
Assalamu alaikum, Amir Hamza here. I'm going to teach you about past positive tense. Positive tense is about the thing that happened in past or the event happened after an event. This is about all about past things, and its structure is subject plus second form of verb and object. For example, the baby crawled. The form of verb that used in crawl is second form of verb with the increase in ed. Now we are going to discuss about its uses. First use is action that happened at definite time. The action that happened in definite time, for example, she went to the park an hour ago, right? An hour ago she went to the park. That was a definite event that happened. Second is action that happened one after the other. An action after an action. He ordered pizza, he received the pizza at time, he ate it. There is action after action there, and after second form of verb is being used. Third is action or state that finished in the past. The thing that already finished in the past is third uses, like his mother used to wash his clothes. The action wash his clothes in the past already happened. That's all.
Okay, this is very fantastic. You summarized the ideas very well and you gave very good examples. Keep it up. Good job. Excellent. Next one from here, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Shinza Kamal. Today the topic I am going to teach you is past continuous passive voice. In past continuous, the structure of past continuous passive voice is subject plus helping verb as we use in continuous tenses was or were plus being. Being plus past participle. Past participle means third form of verb. In continuous passive voice, being is always present because in continuous tense, in continuous active tense, we use be. In continuous tense, we use be to represent the passive voice. We use being in past passive continuous tense. Examples हैं, the students were being taught in a weird way by him. Students को उससे पढ़ाया गया. तो ये साइन होता है पैसिव वॉइस का. उसके बाद the match was being played at huge stadium. Next is I was being told to invest in company. मुझे कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करने का बताया गया. So being is always present in past continuous passive voice. Either is past, present or future. Being is the symbol of passive continuous tense.
Okay, it is like bataya ja raha tha. Yes. Past continuous, right? All right, this is quite good. Thank you. My car was being repaired at that time. उस वक्त मेरी गाड़ी
रिपेयर
की जा रही थी.
So जा रही थी is the symbol of past passive continuous.
Yes, and by the way, in passive voice, this by is not compulsory. You can write by, but otherwise, even without by, it is correct, right? Okay, that's good. Thank you. Good job. Very good. Next one from here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Here is Al-Yasnan, and today I am going to talk about the modal verb must. So friends, there are four uses of modal verb must. Let us know what is modal verb must. It is actually like a helping verb, like auxiliary verb. He is going. So the word is like a helping verb. So we can use the must like a helping verb, and there are four uses of it. First is necessity. Second one is certainty. Third one is prohibition, and fourth is personal obligation. So these are the four ways that we can use the word must in our English speaking as well as in our writing skills. So let us know the application of the necessity. How we can use it like that. You must give up smoking. It's bad for you. So if we observe in this sentence, the person is giving compulsion and trying to say that you must give up the smoking. It is not good for you. So here is the expression of necessity. It is the requirement for the person that he should avoid the smoking. The second one is certainty. Certainty means there are a lot of chances, possibility that work should be done. For example, Jack must be home. I heard a noise coming from his home. So as the noise is coming, so he is saying that he must be in home. So it is predicting the certainty of some event. So it is the second application. The third one is prohibition. When you are prohibiting someone and condemning that you should not doing that, then we use the word must.
Okay, this is all fantastic. Keep it up. Just focus your pronunciation. There are few words you mispronounce. Otherwise, energy is good and your expression is quite good. Just pronunciation should be taken care of. Good job. Next from here, please.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Umna Zulfikar, and today I will teach you about the misconceptions about the uses of prepositions of time and that are on, at, or in. These are ones that many people have trouble with. For example, at night, we commonly say in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. But for example, I watch TV in the night. But this is wrong. Actually, we use it should be at the night. Like I watch TV at night. And here are some other common examples that people often forget. Like we use on TV. For example, I saw her on TV. One more thing to remember, you never use a proper preposition in, at, or on when you use the words next or last. For example, we will go to Japan next year, and like she came to my home last week. And there is another thing, with inside and outside we do not use any prepositions. Like she is inside, we can't say like she is in the room like this. We can say she is inside and he plays basketball outside. Besides of this, I would like to tell you guys that the prepositions of time, at, or on, or in. At is used with specific time and holiday period. For example, I get up early in the morning at 7 o'clock. And on with is used with the like dates and days.
Okay, this is all fantastic. You're speaking very fluently. If you had a handout, it could be even better. That's okay, no problem. Thank you. Next one from here, please.
This is Muhammad Saklan Babar. I am here to teach you the use of can. Basically, it is a modal verb, but I am here to teach you how to use it in your writing as well as in speaking. First of all, it can be used as you can show your ability to do something. Like I would like to say I can perform well in my presentation, and the other way to get permission and to allow someone. Like can I go outside the classroom? And third one, if you want to get some request from someone, you can also use it. Like can you give me your pen for some time? And you can also use it as a possibility to future. Like eating too much can disturb your stomach. As well, offering help, you can use also it. Can I help you in this regard? Otherwise, in other way, in what scenario you want to help someone? Like can I help you to find out the right way? And like you can also use it to describe opportunity. Like I would like to say you can apply for this post because it is vacant. And the last one is that you can use it for prohibition and to show someone it's beyond your limit. Like you cannot walk on water as a human being.
All right, this is all fantastic and very well summarized. So keep it up like this. ये हाथ बांध के ना खड़े हुआ करें. अभी शादी नहीं हुई आपकी. ठीक है? This is for the later, but the handout is very good. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Next one from here, please.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mumkin. I will teach you future perfect passive voice. The passive form of verb in the perfect, in the future perfect will have, in putting will have, shall have, and negative sentences we will put in not, will not have taken. For example, I will have taken dinner. Will have is a helping verb from in future perfect passive voice. Now in negative sentences, I will not have taken dinner. In negative sentence, will not have taken, and also tell I will not have taken dinner.
Okay, how do you translate that in Urdu? इसको उर्दू में कैसे कहेंगे फ्यूचर परफेक्ट को?
फ्यूचर परफेक्ट तो के मैंने भी खाना खाया.
All right, you're not aware of what you are teaching, huh? क्या होगा? He will not have taken dinner. उसने खाना नहीं खाया होगा. Okay? Alright, thank you. You should be well prepared. Right? Thank you. Good job.
I am Abdul Jaleel and I am here to share the use of have to. Have to, in the present tense, have to is used to talk about an obligation or something like a piece of advice or something that is necessary to do. Like, I have to finish the work. That tells us about the necessity. And you have to wait for us at the railway station. That tells us about the obligations. Talking about the structure, have to is followed by a verb. You may think of it as an infinitive. The structure is like subject plus auxiliary verb plus have to infinitive. In the positive tense, auxiliary verbs have to is used as an auxiliary verb. So you have no need to use any sort of auxiliary verb with have to. But in the case of negative and the interrogative sentences, you need to use have to. Like, he didn't have to wear a uniform. In that form, you use the auxiliary verb didn't. And in the interrogative sentence, they have to be invited for the dinner. In the positive sentences, we use have to. With the third person singular, we use has to. And in past tenses, we use had to. And in future tenses, we usually don't use will sentence with will form of auxiliary verb with have to. For example, you don't have to eat this. You can if you want to, but it is necessary.
Alright, overall it's quite good. Just try to do, for a reference, it's a good idea if you say one sentence in Urdu so that they understand what actually you are saying. But the handout is really great. Thank you. Next please.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hamna Sigir. Today I am here to teach you present perfect tense passive voice. The formula of present perfect passive voice active form is has have plus past participle form of the verb. Then passive voice formula is has have plus been plus past participle form of the verb. When we change an active sentence into the passive sentence, the object of the active verb become the subject of the passive verb. Like I have finished the job. Passive voice is the job has been finished by me. For example, they have sent the parcel. And then passive voice is the parcel has been sent by them. Here are some exercise. Ahmed has broken another window. The answer is another window has been broken by Ahmed. Like Umar has won an award. An award has been won by Umar. The sentence the object of the active verb becomes the subject. I have finished the job. A job becomes first, like the job has been finished by me.
Okay, you were missing one thing, that was proper interaction with the audience. So mostly you are just focusing your own handout. It's a good idea to interact with the audience as well, because you are speaking for them. You are communicating to them, but mostly you read your notes. So try to avoid that next, okay? Thank you, good job. Next one please, yeah.
Today my topic is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is used to describe an action that will be completed in the future before another action. Use number 1, when describing an action that will be completed before another action or point or thing in the future. Like we can say we will have taken 12 sessions of at Qasim Shah Foundation before this semester ends. Use number 2 is when we are speaking about something that has been happening for a while and will continue until second thing happen. Like I have lived in New York for 16 years before I move next month. There are 2 important structures of future perfect. We use by the time, by, and we use in a 3 year, in a year, or in a 5 year, like that. The formula, the structure is we use subject plus will have or shall have plus third form of verb plus object. In negative sentences, we use not, and for interrogative sentences, we use will and have in the start of sentence. Like, for example, Tahir will have bought his own house before he gets married. The negative form will be Tahir will not have bought his own house before he gets married. And interrogative will be will Tahir have bought his own house before he gets married.
Okay, this is all good. ये थोड़ी movement कम करें. ठीक है, कोई स्टेप आप लगा रहे हैं ना जो, उसको थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल करें, बट ओवरऑल इट्स गुड. एंड लुक एट मी नाउ, कॉन्फिडेंट यार, क्या हो गया? बी कॉन्फिडेंट, कॉन्फिडेंस से खड़े हो, हिलना नहीं, अब हिलना नहीं है. गुड, दैट अभी भी हिल रहे, फिर हिल रहे हैं, हिलना नहीं है, ठीक है. सो इट्स ऑल वेरी गुड. लुक एट मी, आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू, राइट? नाउ लुक एट मी एंड डोंट मूव. Yeah, still. So be confident. Talk confidently. ठीक है? Yeah, this is important for you. You spoke well. आपका content बहुत अच्छा था. Delivery पे थोड़ा सा और focus करें. ठीक है? It'll be fine. Don't worry. Good job. Next one, please. From here.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Kamal Sachad and I am here to teach you the modal verb might. We can also use it as a past verb of may. That for examples, he passed the exam he passed the exam and won if he worked hard. Or we can use it as a might, as a either here we can use might here as a if he worked hard he might won. And the other time we can also use it as a modal verb when there are possibility of something to happen, such as it might rain today. Or when we are to request something, such as might I borrow your book? Or we can also use it as a permission. Might I ask you a question? Or when we can also use it as a conditional sentence. If you worked hard, you might finish it. So there are two uses of might. One that is past verb of may, and the other one is the modal verb. Thank you.
All right, that's quite powerful. I would really appreciate for that. And it's all clear. Good job. Keep it up. Very nice. Next one, please.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Here is Muhammad Zaid, and my topic is future continuous tense.
Okay. Now please follow him. Future continuous tense.
The future continuous tense express action at a particular moment in the future. The action will have started before that moment, but it will not have finished at that time. Construction: subject plus auxiliary verb will plus auxiliary verb be plus main verb ing. For example, she will be watching TV and he will be cooking dinner. When I arrive at the party, everybody will be celebrating. Some will be dancing.
That's it. Okay, it was too short, too quick, but you elaborated well. So future continuous, when in future you are in the middle of doing something, like he will be sleeping. What does that mean? वो सो रहा होगा. It's your guess. She will be studying. वो पढ़ रही होगी. It's that. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Manahil. Today I am going to tell you about the uses of if. There are 4 condition sentences of if. First, zero condition. Scientific or general truth will be same. For example, if you boil water to 100 degrees Celsius, it's boil. We use if you boil. Boil is present tense. And after that, it is always present. But it's boil. If you wear a sunblock, you do not get a tan. Wear present and do not get is present. First condition, present and future. If we talk the first part of tense in present and after that it will convert into the future tense. If mother knows, we are in serious trouble. Second condition, imaginary or unreal situation. For example, if I won a lottery, I would buy a Ferrari. Third conditional sentence is past. If you had not warned me, I would have told mother about your test results. अगर तुम मुझे नहीं बताओगे तो मैं
Now, if you had not warned me, अगर आपने मुझे warn ना किया होता, I would have told mother about your test. मैं माँ को आपके टेस्ट का बता चुका होता. Like that. Okay, very good. It's all fine. 3 conditionals. Good job. Past perfect tense now.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Muhammad Azhar and I am going to teach you past perfect tense. Let's talk about simple past tense first. Simple past tense allow us to tell a story in the past or event that is occurred recently. Like if I say I drank a glass of water. So this event happened recently. And if we have a sequence of events that happened in the past, then we use combination of past perfect tense with the simple past tense. Let's talk about the diagram on the handout. On the first line, here is the event with the present line. It means that it represents a simple past tense that event occurred recently. And if we see at the last diagram, past perfect tense, we can see that the event that happened before that event. Let's talk about the examples. In the first examples, I use the simple past tense on the both tenses. That is not the right way. I just show you how to use the past perfect tense with a simple past tense. The meeting started at 9 and we arrived at 10. Actually, this sentence should be in a right way. When we arrived, the meeting has started. The meeting had started. If we can say that when we arrived, that event occurred recently, and the meeting had started, that event occurred before that event.
Very good. That's fantastic. Very well. You gave a nice explanation to past perfect tense. Good job.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ramiza Hafiz, and the topic I have to teach is the use of either and or. Now, either is used as a determiner, as a pronoun, an adverb, or a conjunction. First of all, either as a determiner. We use either as a determiner when we have two choices or possibilities. For example, personally, I don't like either jacket. So we use either when if there are plural countable nouns. So we don't have to use s. We use the only single word. Now, either as a pronoun, either can be used in place of pronouns like I, we, you, they, he, she, it, etc. Either is also used as an adverb, but always used with the helping verb when there is not in the helping verb. For example, it was really nice hotel and it wasn't very expensive either. It is always used with adverb when there is not with the helping verb. Then either as a conjunction, it is used to connect between two clauses. When either is used as a conjunction, or is used with a conjunction, like either we go by train or we rent a car, etc. Or we can either eat now or after the class. There are two possibilities. Then or is a conjunction that connects two or more possibilities or alternatives, or is used to connect words, phrases, and clauses. For example, I think more pictures or ornaments are needed in this room. Now, either is used as or in the place.
Okay, this is all good and the handout is very nice. It's a good idea if you guys just translate one sentence so that others actually understand it. Now listen, the way I'm going to take your quiz next week, whenever we meet again, I'll just ask you, for example, it's either or, right? And it's your turn. Say, okay, make a sentence with either or. He'll make it. Make a sentence with present perfect tense. He'll make it, right? Give me a sentence with might. You'll just give me the sentence. So it's a good idea. On the handout, use the pencil and write a couple of sentences to practice, and then you'll be ready for that. Okay, here.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Subhanjan Zay from UT Lahore. So today I'm going to teach you present simple affirmative sentences. So basically, present tense tells you about your daily routine, like the work you do usually or daily basis. So let's talk about the structure of the present simple tense. It's subject plus first form of verb and the object. Like he runs on the road. He, subject, run, verb, and road is object. And the second rule is if the subject is singular, then we use s with the first form of verb, like he runs on the road. And if the subject is plural, then we do not use s with the first form of verb, like they play cricket. In this sentence, they is plural, so we did not use s with the play. So they play cricket.
Thank you very much indeed. So next time, be prepared.
Today I'm here to tell you the use of neither or not. Neither allow us to make a negative statement about peoples or things at the same time. Neither goes before singular countable noun. For example, neither parent came to the meeting. Neither parent came to meet the teacher. Mother did not come or the father did not come. Second, neither dress fitted her. There are two dresses and one of them not fitted her. Second, use of not. Not usually follow are neither when they are used in a sentence. For example, I like neither hot dogs nor mustard. Second example, neither Baron nor his wife mentioned anything about moving house. Neither you may also use neither if you are talking about more than two items, but you must use nor after each statement element.
All right, this is good, but try to interact with the audience more.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Shah. I will teach you about the use of should in the past. Okay, should is the past form of shall. Usually we use should in the past as a should have. For example, I should have gone with you. मुझे आपके साथ जाना चाहिए था. Okay. I should have studied more for my test. मुझे अपने टेस्ट के लिए ज़्यादा स्टडी करनी चाहिए थी. Okay. Two more uses of should as we should have done something means you did not do it, but it would have been a good thing to do. For example, you missed a great party last night. You should have come. Why didn't you? It means that last night एक बहुत अच्छी पार्टी थी, आप आए नहीं. You should have come. आपको आना चाहिए था. Okay. And in the same way, you should have done something. You did it, but it wasn't good thing to do. For instance, I am feeling sick. I shouldn't have eaten so much. मुझे अब ठीक नहीं फील हो रहा. I shouldn't have eat so much. It means that eaten. Oh sorry. Third form of verb आएगी इसके साथ. I shouldn't have eaten so much. मुझे इतना ज़्यादा नहीं खाना चाहिए था. Okay, clear about
this? This is very clear. Thank you very much.
Any question?
No question. Thank you. Okay, good job. All right, guys, this is awesome. So we are going to go for a break. But before we go on a break, let me tell you the next assignment is going to be technical and all that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share some audios which are related to vocabulary, English vocabulary. What you guys are going to do, you are going to reproduce those audios. Reproduce means आपने पहले उसको सुनना है. सुन के वो actually they are all in English by native speakers of English. All you need to do, आपने उसमें जो word है उसका meaning उर्दू में भी बताना है और जो उसमें sentence दिया हुआ है उसको आपने translate भी करना है. And what you have to do, you have to make an audio file. Right? You'll make the audio file और हमारा जो group है WhatsApp का उसको हम एक खास टाइम के लिए ओपन करेंगे और आपने वहां पे उसको शेयर करना है. When you record this one, make sure you sit in a quiet room and first you will tell your name. For example, my name is Asad Yaqub and today I'm going to teach you a good word. The word is suggestion. SUGGESTION. Suggestion का मतलब है, क्या मतलब है? Something like that, okay? So you'll just start like that. और बड़ी अच्छी सी आवाज़ निकाल के पहले गरारे कर लीजिएगा, चाय पी लीजिएगा. Room should be calm and quiet. और हैंड फ्रीज अगर लगाएं तो वो हैंड फ्री का जो माइक है मुंह में नहीं डालना, वरना होगा लाइक यू नो दैट. ये नहीं करना, ठीक है? आराम से रिकॉर्ड करना है. अभी मैं इस दफ़ा ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड करवाऊंगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम फिर एक वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करवाऊंगा, फिर आप लोगों को इंडिपेंडेंट कर देंगे. अपना चैनल बनाएं, अपना काम करें एंड ऑल दैट. ओके, सो दिस ऑडियो थिंग, ऑडियो मैं शेयर करूंगा. आप कितने लोग हैं टोटल? 60. मैं अभी चेक कर लेता हूं मोबाइल में. अगर वो 60 ऑडियोज हैं उनको मैं अभी शेयर करके सबको एक एक ऑडियो दे देता हूं. आपने उस ऑडियो को रिप्रोड्यूस करना है. पहले उसको कम से कम 20-25 दफ़ा सुने. रिपीटेड वो नहीं होता, रिपीट पे लगा के सुनते जाएं सुनते जाएं सुनते जाएं. उसके बाद आपको एक एक वर्ड याद हो जाएगा. आपने सिर्फ एडिशन क्या करना है, आपने उसमें उर्दू ऐड करनी है. ठीक है, सेंटेंस की उर्दू ऐड करनी है और जो उसके अलावा आपका वर्ड है उसकी उर्दू ऐड करनी है और उसको रिप्रोड्यूस करना है उसी स्टाइल में, उसी एक्सेंट में. मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ कम से कम 20-25 दफ़ा उसको सुन लीजिएगा एंड देन यू कैन डू दैट.